Welcome to Go Camp. I am so glad you're here. I'm Aurora LaRay. I am traveling with my furry-faced pride and joys, Paco and Atlas. We call it Coachmen Freelander, home sweet home, on the road. In this episode, we are talking about the Sunny Side Up Film Festival happening right now in Miami, Oklahoma. I do want to mention in our previous episode, I pronounced Miami. If you don't want to sound like a tourist, it's Miami. We're also covering Mickey Mantle's Boyhood home, the hole in the wall Conoco, which is an absolute Route 66 treasure, ice cream trucks at the campground, and a sit down with writer, actor, and film festival producer Brenda Marie Whitehead right after this. Couch Potato to 5K by Zen Labs Fitness is a simple, free, user-friendly running app. I was skeptical. I'd never tried long-distance running. Couch Potato to 5K starts nice and easy. Baby steps for the win. Before I knew it, I was signing myself and Paco, my 4-pod running coach, up for our first ever 5K. I love that this has been something that I can share with Paco. And it's taken us to trails and created opportunities to make new friends that we wouldn't have had otherwise. Now, we've leveled up to Couch Potato to 10K. Thanks to Zen Labs Fitness and Couch Potato to 5K, I feel amazing. The Sunny Side Up Film Festival is in full swing. We kicked off our day with breakfast at Zach's Cafe, and it was a great way to start the day. You'll notice right when you walk into Zach's, there's a sign on the wall, and it says, if you're hungry, if you know someone who is hungry and doesn't have any money, these tickets have been paid for in advance. Grab a ticket and eat. Love local, pay it forward. What an amazing sense of community. Even being in Miami for a short time, things like this they make me feel like I'm in the presence of something amazing and puts Miami, Oklahoma on my list of places that I would just like to keep coming back to again and again. Earlier today, I had the opportunity to chat with Brenda Marie Whitehead. I absolutely adore her. Let's cut over to that conversation.
Thank you so much for
Thank you for having me.
Yay, I'm so excited. This is such a cool festival and such an amazing, beautiful, I love historic theaters.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, and I feel like you and your partner Rock, like you guys really find like the most amazing places to do things.
Oh yeah, I love the beautiful. I mean, like the history in it more than anything. I think is what really drew us to this place.
Yeah, so. It's just amazing. I got here a day early and had to, I was like, well, I got to see it in person because I'd been, like Googling and stuff, and I was already like really excited. And then just driving past and seeing like how it's got the flower shop in the corner, it just exceeded expectations of that, like feeling part of history. And
if you ever get a chance while you're out here, though, take the tour because there's the tour alone and getting the chance to hear the pipe organ, which tonight you'll get to hear before the award ceremony.
Oh, that's awesome!
Yeah, it's really cool because it plays "Hooray for Hollywood."
Oh, that's awesome!
Yeah,
very cool.
You'll get a chance to hear it before the awards.
Very cool. Yeah, because I was reading up like a lot of really amazing like household name people performed here, like Doris Day, and just like just like people that you go, wow, like that.
Yeah.
That's Doris Day. Like, whoa, like I'm in the same place where she was like, hanging out. And that's, I don't know, it's just, it's amazing. So I definitely want to talk more about the festivals, but before we jump into that, you have just published a book.
Yes.
And I'd love just to hear about like the process and.
It's called Eli Elder. I don't know if you can see that on the screen, but Eli Elder. It's a Western, and I like to say it's pretty close to being a true Western style. It's about an aging sheriff who is like looked up to and very well respected. Well, he has a tragedy, which he puts himself to blame, and then he goes into hiding on himself and like just crawls into himself and doesn't want to have anything to do with anyone. And then with the help of friends, he regains his faith. Cool. And it's borderline faith, but yeah, he regains his faith. He gets the respect back in the people again, and he gets rid of a lot of bad men in between. So it's cool. Really, really good.
Yeah,
I don't want to give a whole lot away,
right,
because
there's no spoilers.
But everybody's read it so far has
really
loved it, and
Yeah, no, that's so cool. And it's also set in Arizona, which is,
Yes.
I mean, personally, like, I'm, like, really tied to Arizona. I lived there for, like, 5 years. So anytime when I saw it, I was like, Arizona territory, I was like, yes!
Yes.
Yeah.
And I wrote it so that when you're reading it, it's like you feel like you're actually there at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How do you feel, like, writing style and things like that? Like, what helps you... what helps you get into that mindset? Like when, oh gosh, I don't really know how to ask this question, but where you can like really get that feel on the page. Like, what do you think is like your like special kind of?
Well, I kind of
tool?
agreed with where like when we had the writers Q&A yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel the same way about some of that stuff. I vision it in my head and try to see what works before I put it to paper. And then, I don't know, I mean, I probably rewrote this thing hundreds of times and read through it more than a million times.
Right.
Because it's like one of those things where you think, okay, the first time you look through it and you're like, oh, that's a great idea. And then you look through it again and you're like, oh, well, I don't know if that really would, So you have to sit there and rethink it over. Mm-hmm. But I have to be able to envision. And when I read screenplays and stuff, if I can see it as a film, I know it's going to be good.
Right.
And I can, usually my imagination is so huge. So it helps.
Totally. Yeah. So what led you, like, what's your backstory on what led you to getting into writing and working in the Western genre?
Well, I found out when I was a child, that we had outlaws in our fammy.
Okay.
I related
Hide your
to
wallets.
Right, no. I found out that I was related to William Quattrell and the Kansas Cantrell Raiders, and I did a lot of reading and research on him, and then found a lot of stuff. And then I've also watched a lot of the movies they made about him, which and I'm pretty good about telling what is real, like what they added in to kind of make it more interesting, and what they really did to him. And that really put me more in touch with wanting to get more into knowing the Western genre and stuff. And I'm a huge fan of like John Wayne and it's and he's in this one film that they made about one of my ancestors. It's called Dark Command.
Okay, I'm not familiar. I haven't seen that one. I'm gonna have to.
It's actually nobody ever really realizes this, but it's got a very, very young John Wayne that's in it as well. He stars in it.
Fun. That's really cool. What's it called again?
It's The Dark Command.
The Dark Command. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, because I feel like I've been lacking on my after I finished writing, because while I was working on Under the Law, I just was, and I ended up watching a lot of like Clint Eastwood in the era of like High Plains Drifter. I love that movie, like that type of kind of like a little bit more like grainy stuff. And I totally agree with what you're saying about like where you can really spot what's like real and what's been like romanticized and stuff for film. And something that I've noticed, especially here at this festival, is that when you're watching the Westerns now, and I love this, that it's like much more true to real, like what real life was there, not just like, oh, it's like amazing and we're gonna go find a gold vein and it's great.
Yeah.
It's
right?
Everything's rainbows and butterflies.
I know, yeah.
No one has consumption. Kind of thing. So, yeah, that's really, really cool. Do you think that you'll ever dig in and write write your own novel or screenplay about your ancestors?
I would love to.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, if I ever get a chance to, I will. I will definitely be looking into that. I was working on one in non-Western, and it's a vampire love novel.
Oh, fun!
But and I had it on my phone, and because that's what I was using at the time for writing. Yeah. and for some reason it disappeared.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was so devastated because I was working on it, and it's so I'm in the midst of trying to find the file again, and because I was told I could still pull it back up. It's in there somewhere.
Someplace, yeah. It's like it's somewhere in there.
I want to work on that one and finish it off.
Cool.
And with that one, which is really cool, I started in the middle, because beginning, middle, and I started in the middle, and then I worked the beginning in to fit the middle. And then I worked on the ending, but I'm trying to see if I can't make it more ongoing, like a series.
Nice. Very cool.
I would love to do that.
Very cool. Yeah, I've just recently started. I had, kind of that, like, going through old files and stuff. And I had, back in the day, I would always, like, email anything I was working on to this old email account and forgot the passwords, all of that. And then just one day I was actually kind of procrastinating, and I was like, I'm going to figure out how to get into that email address. So I found, like, it was like all of these ideas, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm really thinking about trying my hand at writing a collection of short stories.
That would be cool.
I think it would be so fun. Because I was looking at them too with the, where it's like, well, these would be great, like short films or potentially like features and stuff. But I think like for me, I kind of was like, I just really want to be able to, that's something I like about like festivals, independent film writing, like writing books, is that you have so much more control now than there was before, where it's like I want to do this when I feel confident I can share it, and hopefully people like it, and if not, I still did something really cool, that like I'd made.
Right, yeah.
Right? But yeah, so I am excited about the vampire.
Yeah, I know. I'm hoping
vampires.
I can find it so I can kind of work more onto it and get it more into book form. But oh yeah,
that's really cool. Yeah,
I've had a few people who have read it. Who I've given the chance to read a little bit of it, and then they were like, just, you've got to get this out there. You got to get this out there. So I'm looking forward to it.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we were talking before about festivals that you produce. You and Rock produce three festivals, you guys.
Yes.
Three, not
one.
one.
A year.
3 festivals every year.
Oh, man, yes.
I can't even imagine. I feel like producing one singular festival would be like planning a wedding, a graduation, a baby shower, a whole full-scale production of Cats with dial-up internet on your head.
Yeah. We get a lot of people who are like that. How do you do it? Because I work a full-time job, too.
Okay.
And because I work at Walmart. And
nice.
So, yeah, and I will admit, I do love working there. I've been there almost 8 years now.
Nice.
And I don't plan on quitting anytime soon unless something huge hits. But,
right, yeah.
Between that and working on the festivals, because we have our first one was the Wild Bunch Film Festival, and it's grown so big.
It's huge.
Yes, yes. And we have the Sunny Side Up, which we're at right now, and then here in a few months we'll have the Cowpokes.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
In Electric, Texas. And that's, it's getting...
Yeah. Also at a very cool theater.
Yes.
Yeah.
Historic as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
What? It seems like a theme.
Yeah. But, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it is time consuming and stuff like that. And so you're stuck at home a lot and all, but it's something, fun, and it gets us out there. We get to travel and do things and meet so many wonderful and amazing people. Yeah.
Well, and then it's cool too, because I feel like you're like share, there's just so much like common interest that you see like at a film festival, and people that are trying to do things and just passionate. It's nice to be in a place where people are just like fully passionate about their projects. And, and getting things out there. So the Wild Bunch Film Festival, which was the first festival that I ever went to that was your guys's, was amazing. I had so much fun at it, and I'm actually doing a show at the Wilcox Theater, like I think in September for comedy. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, but now you guys because it was like so many people like came through.
We got.
You guys
It got so packed that they had to open the second theater up and live stream over for just the award show.
Right.
And so this year we're going to have it at a different theater. That's they are going to have one set up for the films, and then for the award show they're going to give us the huge theater in there. And you can go on to our website, thewildbunchfilmfestival.com, and get more info on where we're going to have it at and the time schedule and everything.
Yep, very cool. Well, and I'm really excited about that too, because it is in Tucson.
Yes.
And I went to University of Arizona, so like I'm very excited just to.
Oh, yeah.
It's just nice to go back and reminisce.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out because that's in October. I'm trying to figure out if I can. That's usually when homecoming is. So, and I've never, since I graduated, I've never gone back for homecoming. I always mean to, but life is life.
Yes.
So
yes,
I'm
yes.
like, you know what? Maybe this year I'm gonna go back and I was in band, so like they do like the alumni like marching thing. I twirled baton and like just do that. And but yeah, I'm so excited. I feel so lucky because I found you guys. Of course, I feel like a lot of people do on Film Freeway, which if you are a screenwriter or a filmmaker, I feel like Film Freeway is an amazing asset.
It is.
It really is, because it's like a one-stop shop. You can sign up for an annual membership, so you get discounts on, like your submissions and things like that. And and I mean, I feel like I really lucked out, because I was actually actively looking for something for Western.
Yes.
The first submission that I sent out was Under the Law, and I was like, I wanted something Western. I wanted something kind of a little bit more specific. And I was just so glad to have found you guys. And you guys just create. I mean, there's a lot of film festivals out there, and I highly recommend if you're a writer, whatever you're doing, like do submit, to any festivals. But like the 3 that you guys run are just very opening, and they're very welcoming, and it's just like kind of like you guys have created like a very positive, very safe space.
Yeah, we do. We try to make it as friendly and fun as possible. And,
Definitely.
Yeah. Make everybody comfortable and want to come see it and then come back again for the next one,
Exactly. So you, when you like first broke into the industry, did you come in writing or did you come in acting? Was it acting first?
Acting first, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So for those people out there who are, aspiring and like wanting to get into the arts, no matter how old they are, like, baby, I guess there's really not.
I would suggest try it. I mean, if you really like it and everything, especially with the acting, start off, take some classes, and if you like, like once you're in the classes stuff, start yourself in background. Background is an opening for anyone and everyone, and with the classes, you're able to get in touch with agencies, people who will help you get out there and the background work. Then as you are more comfortable in the background part, then you can work your way up to looking for bigger parts and all. And you can always look on there, and there's websites and places, but your agent should be able to you talk to them. You can say, hey, I want to try to audition for parts, can you get me something, and they will help work with that. But classes are always a major plus that will help you get into the industry and everything. And but even if you don't like it, like as a side thing, it's a lot of fun. It's something that kind of gets you out of your headspace, and you can enjoy it, meet new people.
Definitely.
Yes, and I don't know. Like I said, though, it's fun for me. I really, really enjoy it, and I'm always looking for that new project that will get me back out there into it. And
Definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. I think classes are so important. And I started my acting. I started at Central Casting. I did the background scene for a long time. And I mean, if you are near one of those hubs, a major hub, there's Central Casting in Atlanta. There's Central Casting in New York, California. But I mean, you can also find plenty of background work outside of like those main cities. And I one of the things that I really like right now, because I feel like kind of to a point, like if I'm not in a class, I'm losing skills.
Yes.
And something that I guess is one of the things that opened up so much wider since the pandemic is that there's so many more opportunities wherever you are in the country or world, really.
Right.
You can hop on a Zoom class. You can get in front of an LA casting director, or Atlanta, or New York, or Toronto, or wherever you like want to go.
Yeah. Most every state nowadays too all have, like, you know, in the big city parts, they have places to go, and you know, you can look them up, acting classes, and you can find them there. We went to a gala, and we signed up for did I say that right? The gala?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I would have said it.
Yeah. We went to one, and they had a silent auction, and my husband actually signed me up for it. And I will say that I was a very shy person, and I think the classes really, really helped me open up more and get out and do things, you know, to be able to do things and stuff. And that really helped. But
Definitely.
The teacher, Eileen Reed, it was the actor studio in Tucson, Arizona.
Nice.
Yes. Yep. And she saw something in me and signed me up.
Pulled it out.
Yep.
Yep. And I do want to say, I'm kind of jumping around a little bit, but I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, all of the information for all 3 festivals is also available at Bryn Rock Productions.
Yes,
right?
yes, Bryn Rock Productions.
If you just want to go like straight to the source, get information on everything, just go to brynrockproductions.com and you'll have access to everything. Okay, so before you go, I had one more question. I heard a rumor through the grapevine that you have this like magical superpower where you can cure hiccups.
Yeah. Funny story. We were running one show, and this is years ago, but Cindy Williams was one of our guests, and we were all having dinner, and she got the hiccups really bad, and I had learned a little parlor trick of getting rid of someone's hiccups, and she was amazed over it and all, but it's basically you just shock them a little bit.
Okay.
You know, you try to get their mind off of the hiccup part. It doesn't always work, but it's something.
But it works with her.
Yeah, it works with a lot of people. I've done that to quite a few.
Yeah. So it's not like a scare. It's like you shock them.
Yeah, you just kind of like stump them in a way.
Oh, I love
They're
it.
like, what?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's such a great idea, because like I would have. One of my friends years ago was like, oh yeah, you just like stand on your head and drink water, which works because the water goes into your nose and like chokes you half to death. But it's messy and not fun.
No, this would just like the first time it's done, and after that, you know, if you've seen it done before, it'd be like sometimes it won't work as much.
Yeah.
But someone's hiccuping, you hold your hand out and say, hiccup in my hand.
Oh my God.
And and they'll be like, what? Yeah, hiccup in my head. And then they'll go try. And they can't do it.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I love that. I mean, yeah.
That's
like the new, we just gave everybody like
really
new
way
great
to
information. So be sure everyone get on Amazon right now and pick up your copy of the book.
Eli Elder. Yeah, you can get it on Kindle, paperback, or hardcover.
And thank you so much for doing
You're
this.
welcome.
I know
Thank
you're
you.
like busy, and I really appreciate you chunking out the time for me.
Oh, anytime.
On our way back to camp from talking with Brenda, we stopped by Mickey Mantle's Boyhood home. This is legit where Mickey Mantle learned to play baseball. He moved into this house when he was about 3 years old. At around 5, his father started teaching him how to pitch. They used the tin barn as their backstop. Mutt, his dad, would pitch righty, and his grandfather would pitch lefty, teaching Mickey the art of switch hitting. When his dad came home from working all day in the mines, he and Mickey would start batting practice, going well into the night. They made it fun. They came up with a bunch of games. A ball hit below the windows was a single, above a double, the roof a triple, and over the house a home run. Mickey once said, "I was the only kid in town who didn't get in trouble for breaking a window." What's that? Oh, okay, you guys. There is an ice cream truck in the campground. Anybody else just, flooded with memories of the Ding Ding Man? I have got to go get some ice cream. I will be back. We spent some time at Friendship House. It is a great thrifting experience. I forgot my dress-up shoes for the screenwriters Q&A and for the award ceremony. I found the perfect pair at Friendship House. Check these out. How cute are these boots? I also picked up my Oklahoma souvenir t-shirt, so I'm set. The screenwriters Q&A was an absolute blast. I am not sure that there is anything that I love more than talking about screenwriting. Maybe camping. It's a toss. Screenwriting and camping. Those are my two favorite things to talk about. I think it's so cool that these screenwriter Q&As are part of Brenda and Rock's festivals. Miami, Oklahoma, they are way too humble to brag, to boast. I am going to do it for them. They have created the most beautiful murals. Bring your camera, make sure it's charged. You will find Kodak moments up and down Main Street. The 5th annual Sunny Side Up Film Festival is wrapped. These weekends fly by. I saw so many amazing films. I met so many amazing people. Brenda and Jessie Mapes were the award ceremony presenters. Jessie, if her name is ringing a bell, yes, you guessed right, Urban Cowboy, that is her. You can also catch her performing all over the country. Don't forget to order your copy of Brenda's novel, Eli Elder. Feel free to pause me while you order. I will wait. I do not mind. A quick brag because I am so proud of these projects. I am so proud of these wins. Best Short Comedy Screenplay, Fairy Tale. Best Songwriting Music, Thrift Store Cowgirl. Best Music Lyrics, Thrift Store Cowgirl. And Best Short Thriller Screenplay, Under the Law. As we head on to our next adventure, one last stop. Had to fill up at Allen's Conoco Fill-In Station, located on the corner of Route 66 in Commerce, Oklahoma. This tiny station was built out from the exterior wall on the final building on Main Street. Across the street, you can walk to Dairy King for time-honored treats and Route 66 souvenirs and memorabilia. Thanks so much for joining us. I love sharing our adventures with you. Go Camp is now available on the iHeartRadio app and wherever you enjoy your podcasts. Please subscribe so you don't miss our next adventure. If you would like, and I would love this, if you would like to connect, you can find all of my social links at auroralaray.com. Thanks again so much for watching. Have a wonderful day and many, many happy adventures.